In a thrilling announcement this morning, the NFL revealed that the Philadelphia Eagles will host the Dallas Cowboys in Week 1 to kick off the 2025 NFL season. This iconic matchup will take place on Thursday, September 4th at Lincoln Financial Field, with kickoff slated for 8:20 p.m. Eastern, 5:20 p.m. Pacific. NBC and Peacock will broadcast the game, marking the official start of the Eagles' Super Bowl defense. The stage is set, NFL schedule release week is here, and while we wait for the full slate of games on Wednesday, this marquee clash sets the tone for what's to come. The Eagles, fresh off their Super Bowl triumph, will meet their age-old rivals under the lights in Philadelphia. It's the first time these two franchises will face off in a season opener since 2000, when they met at Texas Stadium. The energy surrounding this game is palpable, and it's easy to see why the NFL chose this matchup to kick off the season. Why Eagles versus Cowboys makes sense. From the NFL's perspective, this choice is a no-brainer. Eagles-Cowboys is one of the most storied rivalries in football, a clash between two iconic franchises with passionate fan bases. The Cowboys, with their 5 Super Bowl titles, and the Eagles, the reigning champions, both command immense attention. Two major markets, two global brands, and a history of bad blood make this the perfect way to launch the new season. The hype is real. Lincoln Financial Field will be electric. Fans will start tailgating before sunrise, building an atmosphere of anticipation and excitement. Alcohol will be flowing, and emotions will be running high as the Eagles prepare to raise their Super Bowl 59 banner. It's a celebration of past glory and a challenge to maintain dominance. A statement game that will reverberate throughout the league. A night to remember for Philadelphia. This game is more than just a season opener. It's a statement. The Cowboys remain the eternal rival, and there's no better way to kick off the campaign than by taking down Dallas in front of a raucous home crowd. As the Eagles prepare to defend their title, this game serves as both a celebration and a declaration. The champs are here, and they're not backing down. Get ready for a night of fierce competition, raw emotion, and pure football energy. Eagles-Cowboys under the primetime lights. It doesn't get any better. I vividly remember being just 8 years old when my Eagles fandom truly started to take root. I had been watching Eagles games since I was around 4 or 5, but something about this time felt different. It was the second year of the Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb era, and there was a palpable buzz around Philadelphia. Coming off the 1999 season, where Doug Peterson initially took the reins at quarterback before McNabb took over and finished strong, there was hope, a sense that the rebuild was accelerating faster than anyone anticipated. No one expected the Eagles to make it to the NFC Championship that year, yet against the odds, they did. Their run ended against the legendary Rams, the greatest show on turf, featuring Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Torrey Holt, and Isaac Bruce. The final blow came when McNabb threw a heartbreaking interception to Aeneas Williams, but despite the loss, it marked the beginning of something special. That game was the dawn of the most successful era in Eagles history. 4 consecutive NFC Championship appearances, starting with a 2000 season. The year 2000 also marked a memorable season opener against the Dallas Cowboys, known as the Pickle Juice Game, due to the field temperatures soaring to 130 degrees at the old Texas Stadium in Arlington. The game started with a surprise, an onside kick by David Akers. The Eagles dominated, winning 41-14, with Deuce Staley rushing for 201 yards. The defense, under the legendary coordinator Jim Johnson, suffocated the Cowboys, allowing less than 170 yards of total offense. To add context, Troy Aikman was still under center for the Cowboys before concussions forced his early retirement, marking the end of a successful Dallas era. That 2000 season marked the Eagles' first playoff appearance under Reid and McNabb, setting the stage for a dominant run. Though they fell to the Giants in the divisional round, it was clear that the foundation for a competitive team had been set. The following year, they reached the NFC Championship against the Rams, proving that Philadelphia was no longer an afterthought. Now, looking forward to the Eagles' 2025 home schedule, there's a mix of anticipation and debate. Starting this season against the Cowboys feels significant, but maybe a bit early for such a critical divisional matchup. Some would have preferred a rematch of the NFC Championship game, or even a game against the new-look Chicago Bears. With Caleb Williams entering his second year and Ben Johnson now leading Chicago, it feels like that matchup would draw considerable attention. Meanwhile, the Detroit Lions, likely contenders in the NFC, will be adjusting without their former offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. There's an undeniable sense of excitement around the Eagles' upcoming season, and while Week 1 against Dallas is a statement opportunity, there's also the feeling that this game could have been saved for later in the season, when the stakes might be even higher. One matchup I was really hoping to see to kick off the season was a rematch between the Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Reliving that divisional round battle, it would have been electric. As for other potential openers, the Lions would have been my top choice, followed by the Bears, then the Commanders, with the Cowboys rounding out the list. But an Eagles-Commanders opener? I wouldn't have complained about that either. While the Eagles are set to open the 2025 season at home for the first time since 2019, it's crucial to remember that they've got a tough schedule ahead. Their road opponents include some of the most challenging venues in the league. They'll travel to Green Bay to face the Packers and head to Minnesota, one of the NFL's toughest stadiums to play in. Add to that a Super Bowl 59 rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs and cross-country trips to take on the Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. Finishing it off, they'll head to Tampa Bay to face the Buccaneers. No question, it's going to be a grind. Thinking back to the last time the Eagles opened at home in 2019, there's a lot to reflect on. Back then, Carson Wentz was at quarterback, Deshaun Jackson was lighting it up as the top receiver, and Darren Sproles was the leading rusher. Tim Jernigan even chipped in with a sack, helping the Eagles secure a 32-27 win over Washington. Fast forward to now, and the energy around this season opener against the Cowboys is electric. Week 1 is always unpredictable, and starting the season against the Cowboys is no different. The odds makers currently have the Eagles as 6.5-point favorites, despite Dak Prescott's previous success against Philadelphia. That's a bold line, given how divisional games often come down to the wire. But the belief in the Eagles as defending Super Bowl champions is strong. After all, they're facing the steepest jump in schedule difficulty among all 32 NFL teams from 2024 to 2025. Kicking off the season at Lincoln Financial Field on Thursday, September 4th, there's a sense of unfinished business and a chance to make a statement right from the start. As the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Eagles face an uphill battle in 2025. Repeating isn't easy, especially with the caliber of opponents on their schedule and the roster changes they've endured. This offseason, they lost several key defensive players, creating a major challenge for new defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. While there's continuity at the position, Fangio will need to integrate new talent and rely on existing players to step up into more significant roles. A crucial storyline heading into 2025 is Kevin Poulos stepping in as the new offensive coordinator, replacing Kellen Moore. Poulos' role can't be overstated. He's essentially the most pivotal figure within the organization this season. The Eagles can't afford another offensive drop-off like they had 2 years ago under Brian Johnson. Despite the roster shakeups, the Eagles still boast one of the youngest and most talented squads in the NFL. One peculiar statistic stands out. The NFC East hasn't seen a repeat division champion since 2004, a streak the Eagles are determined to break. The Cowboys' new direction. The Dallas Cowboys also have their share of changes. Brian Schottenheimer takes over as head coach after the team parted ways with Mike McCarthy. Initially, his hiring seemed unexpected. He had been Dallas's offensive coordinator but didn't call plays under McCarthy. Despite the initial skepticism, Schottenheimer's philosophy at the NFL Combine was surprisingly impressive, hinting at a more grounded approach. Whether that translates to success remains to be seen. One big offseason move for the Cowboys was the acquisition of George Pickens, who joined CeeDee Lamb to form a potentially dangerous wide receiver duo. The key will be whether Pickens can maintain consistency and stay focused. Another notable move was trading for Joe Milton. While it's unlikely Milton threatens Dak Prescott's starting job, his presence raises questions if Prescott struggles or gets injured again. Prescott's durability is a concern. He only played 8 games in 2024 and has missed significant time in recent seasons. High stakes in Dallas. The upcoming year could be a turning point for Prescott. Despite being 9-4 against the Eagles in his career and boasting a 33-8 record against the NFC East, Prescott's playoff resume is thin. Just 2 postseason victories. With the Cowboys' championship drought lingering since 1995, this season carries immense pressure. Beyond Prescott, the Cowboys face key contract decisions. CeeDee Lamb and Dak have secured their extensions, but Micah Parsons and George Pickens are due for new deals. Parsons, in particular, could command $40 million annually, a figure that looms large for a franchise still chasing postseason relevance. The odds makers set the Cowboys' win total at 8.5, while the Eagles are projected to win around 11 or 12 games. The rivalry reignites on September 4th at Lincoln Financial Field, and all eyes will be on whether the defending champions can set the tone or if the Cowboys can challenge their dominance. When you think about it, the potential rivalry between Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott inside the NFC East should be one of the most captivating in the league. Both are talented, young quarterbacks. Prescott at 26, already a seasoned veteran, and Hurts hitting his stride. Yet due to injuries on both sides, we've rarely seen them face off directly. While Dak has had significant success against the Eagles, he's hardly ever gone head-to-head with Hurts. If both are healthy come Week 1, this matchup could finally deliver the quarterback battle we've been waiting for. The Eagles' statement game. For the Eagles, the 2025 season opener isn't just another game. It's an opportunity to make a statement as the reigning Super Bowl champions, raising the banner in front of the Cowboys and their loyal fans. The atmosphere at Lincoln Financial Field will be electric. A standalone game on national television, Eagles versus Cowboys. With all the hype and tension that comes with it, you know Jerry Jones and the Cowboys will be watching. But there's no denying that Philadelphia has been the class of the NFL recently. A tale of two franchises. The Cowboys have a storied history, but it's been a while since those glory days. Sure, Dallas still boasts more rings, but in the modern era, the Eagles have set the standard. Since 2000, they've reached the NFC Championship game multiple times, 4 straight under Andy Reid. Then in 2009, 2017, 2022, and 2024, they've secured 2 Super Bowl victories since 2017.